In Greenland, at the world's end, icebergs and glaciers stretch as far as the eye can see. Here, on the west coast, tourists come to marvel at the Ilulissat fjord in Disco Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2004.
Wow, it's wow. I like very, very much the ice and the sound, no sound. It's quiet. It's amazing.
After the Antarctic, Greenland is home to the world's largest mass of ice, equal to 7 times the size of the United Kingdom. Yet even here, climate change threatens its icebergs and ice flows, and with them the traditions of those who live in the region.
Back when I was young, I can remember we used to have a pack ice where we can walk on it. But now the pack ice is not so solid anymore. You cannot use it for anything. You cannot go dog sled on the ice and fishing like in the old days where people go to this place and fish on the ice. They cannot do it anymore because it's just too dangerous for them to go to this place.
Since the 1980s, the average temperature of the island has risen by 1.5 degrees Celsius each decade, making it one of the fastest warming regions in the world. For the Inuit, the main ethnic group on the island, these rising temperatures have serious consequences for the ecosystem they depend upon. Most locals still rely on fishing to survive, and many shoals of fish are migrating ever further north in search of colder waters.
Der mange fiskere her, men klimaet lidt for varmt, og så fiskene masser små.
As the region finds itself at the front line of the climate crisis, more and more tourists are flocking to see this glacial world before it dies out. Ilulissat's mayor is happy the town received over 50,000 visitors last year, but he also wants limits on the number of those who come.
One ship max, one day, max 1,000 tourists per ship. We don't want to be like Iceland. We don't want mass tourism. We want a controlled tourism here. We have no capacity to handle so many people here. You must remember that we only are 5,000 people here in Ilulissat.
Ilulissat's Ice Fjord Centre, opened in 2021, is a symbol of that ambition to be a leader in responsible Arctic tourism. The exhibitions mix cultural artefacts with glacier samples. The aim is to draw the visitors' attention to how fragile both the country's nature and the Inuit way of life are.
The ice course here is to show that the importance of what you can read out of the ice when you are interested in trying to figure out how the climate changes over time. We try to make people think of how they can not only be part of the problem but also a part of the solution.
Yet whether they leave with the desire to be part of the solution or not, the island's visitors remain at the heart of an inescapable problem. The greenhouse gases they emit in their travels by plane or by boat directly contribute to the environment's destruction. And according to some scientific estimates, if all the ice that covers Greenland melts, the world's sea levels would rise by over 7 meters.